Welcome to Workforce Solutions North Texas TANF Orientation. This is a brief outline of some of the items to be reviewed today. TANF history, time limits, TANF alternatives, Workforce Solutions services, and the Choices program. TANF, why is this available to me? The primary goal of temporary assistance for needy families is to promote work and help TANF recipients move towards self-sufficiency and away from TANF dependency. If you're applying for TANF, it's more important that you understand a little of the history and purpose of this assistance program. So what has changed? TANF used to be called Aid to Families with Dependent Children, or AFDC. Under this welfare program, families with limited income were provided basic cash assistance for an indefinite period of time. The drawback was that it did not lift families out of poverty. These changes came around 1996. Many people don't realize that the system is much different from the way that it was for their own parents or grandparents. The new program may seem harsh, but it is geared to also help people progress and move out of poverty. This is how our program came to be developed. The main difference: TANF assistance is no longer an entitlement. It is defined as temporary assistance that will eventually become unavailable. TANF benefits come with a ticking clock. Federal time limits are 60 months lifetime. Texas time limits are 12, 24, or 36 months. This may very well be one of the most important slides that you will view today. It outlines that you can expect from this assistance in your lifetime. 60 months is not very long. This is why it's important that you seize the opportunities that the programs here are offering you. Ask yourself, what is my alternative after my time limits expire? How will I survive? And more importantly, how will I support my children without this assistance? Okay, I've applied. Now what? Now that you've applied, it's important to know and understand what your status will be coming into the Choices program. These are just some general definitions. Mandatory: an individual required to participate in Choices services. Exempt: an individual who is not required to participate in Choices services, but who may voluntarily participate. Two-parent: a couple applying for TANF together. Conditional applicant: pay for performance. A family that's reapplying for TANF benefits and has an existing penalty. You must demonstrate cooperation for 4 consecutive weeks to become eligible for reinstatement of TANF benefits. Someone applying with an open penalty: due to that penalty, it could hold TANF certification off for up to 6 to 8 weeks. We encourage active participation in order to avoid penalties. One-time TANF: if you meet certain criteria determined by HHSC, you may be eligible for a one-time lump sum of $1,000 cash payment. Choices participation not required unless certified to receive monthly benefits. Receipt of one-time TANF does not count toward your 60-month time limit. Some individuals may be eligible to receive this one-time lump sum assistance. Support services such as transportation and work-related expenses can still be provided while in the applicant status. If employed during this time period, childcare can be provided. Once approved, these services can no longer be provided. Temporary is an important word to keep in mind while seeking TANF assistance. Under the former system, it became very easy for individuals to become dependent on the assistance. Today is no longer an option. Becoming dependent on this assistance today could set you up for failure 5 years from now. Ask yourself these questions to find out if you're at risk of TANF dependency. Are you at risk? Does 50% of your total income for 1 year period come from TANF and or food stamps? Have you already used 1 year or more of your allowable 5 years? Have you worked less than 3 months in the last year? Less than 6 months in the last 2 years? Beware. If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are at risk of falling into the trap of dependency. But remember, you still have an opportunity to change this. This is a dangerous situation to allow yourself to get into. If you feel that you're heading in that direction or already in this situation, it's not too late to get out. And we will be getting into some of the services that will be available to help you through this time of much needed change. Alternative to SNAP. The number one way to avoid TANF dependency is through employment. So what are some barriers that keep people from working? Lack of skills, education, medical conditions, transportation, poor work or criminal history, or childcare. Some advantages of working: increased income, employment benefits, independency and self-sufficiency, enjoy more luxuries such as new clothes, a car, or a home, increased self-esteem, opportunity to meet new people and make friends. It will contribute to an active lifestyle, opportunity to provide for your children and teach them the value of hard work, earned income credit, and last but not least, privacy. So let's look at an earnings comparison. TANF benefits, $244 per month times 12 months would be $2,928 a year. If you go to work, even at $7.25 per hour times 30 hours is $217.50 per week. $217.50 per week times 4 weeks is $870 per month. And that $870 per month times 12 months is $10,440 per year. Plus you get earned income credit. Some other sources of income: unemployment insurance, child support through the Attorney General, SSI, and your tax return, earned income credit. Workforce Solutions Services. We can assist you with job search through Work in Texas, job referrals, employment services, and job fairs. Our computer lab has self-paced tutorials, online applications, typing tests. Our job readiness workshop includes aptitude, interest, and education testing, interview and resume class. We have computers, telephones, fax machine, and copy machines available in all of our centers. And we have a Workforce Solutions mobile unit that travels to our rural counties that not serviced by our other offices. We have readily available case managers in every one of our centers. The Choices Program. Some support services. TANF applicants, choice participants could be eligible for child care assistance, support services for work-related expenses, transportation assistance by gas card or by bus pass. Choices participation: after 4 weeks in the program, you either become employed or involved in community service. Our job readiness workshop is available at our Wichita Falls Center Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11:30 and is required until you're employed. Workintexas.com is the state of Texas's website for job search. It can help you with self-directed access. Employers can search for your talents. You can do online state of Texas applications. It's easily accessible via the internet. You can do statewide job search. There's a resume developer, and it's private and secure. Some of your rights and responsibilities. Your rights. You can reject services and accept the consequences of voluntary withdrawal. You could be provided with childcare and or transportation assistance if needed. You must show reasons for non-cooperation, and you have the right to review or appeal. Your responsibilities. Accept a job offer at the earliest possible opportunity, a maximum of 4 weeks job search. Report hours of participation in services, including hours of job search activities, employment, or community services. Mandatory or exempt participants. A single parent with a child less than 6 years old must do 20 hours per week. A single parent with a child over 6 years old must do 30 hours per week. Two-parent participants with no child care provided, 35 hours per week. And two-parent participants with child care provided, 55 hours per week. You must complete and return to case manager all forms and reports concerning employment and training activities. Participate in assessment and services as agreed upon in your individual service plan. Do not quit employment without a good cause. Immediately notify your case manager of any changes. Attend all scheduled appointments. Non-cooperation. Full family sanction if mandatory and good cause is not justified. This means loss of your TANF and SNAP benefits, loss of supportive services, loss of parents' portion of Medicaid. You must demonstrate 1 program month of cooperation to be eligible to receive TANF benefits. This is an opportunity, not an obligation. Your work code may say you have to, but don't forget to look for reasons why you want to. The requirements in the Choices program may not be negotiable. However, you have the power to have any perception that you want to have. If stability in your life and in your future is valuable to you, you will see your time here as an opportunity, not merely an obligation. Just because someone says you have to do something doesn't mean that it isn't in the best interest that could come your way. This could be the best thing that comes your way right now in this situation that you're in. There are so many people who don't get this opportunity and must find a way to get it all done on their own. We're here to tell you that you are not one of those people. You are lucky enough to have access to the resources needed to get you on your feet and running. Don't be misled by the word exempt. Exempt status will not protect you from the time limits. 60 months equals 60 payments. Take advantage now while help is here. You and your children are worth it. Opportunity, not obligation. When you're exempt, you think that you're protected, but that is not the case. You will still run out of time limits, and when that happens, you still don't have work experience or skills. When you don't have anyone to watch your kids so you can look for work, what are you going to do at that point? It's a scary thought. If at all possible, you must start preparing now for the years that are right around the corner. Even if that means that right now your focus is to receive training in an area that you've always been interested in. Whatever it is, just make sure that you're doing something to prepare for the coming years. There may be issues in other aspects of your life that may need attention. Sometimes these issues can affect your ability to seek and to maintain a job once you secure one. The services that these services provide do eventually link together with your ability to stabilize yourself in long-term employment. Others may be useful during times of temporary crisis. Some great contacts: the United Way and 211, the Salvation Army, Goodwill, church groups, and your local phone book. Region 9 can assist you in classes to help you get your GED. Job Corps, Wichita Adult Literacy can help with English as a second language. Workforce Solutions, and the Health and Human Services Commission, and your local government. And networking. After considering all, are you sure you need TANF? Use your time wisely. It is okay if you need assistance right now. That is why it is available. But try to use the little bit of time that you have wisely. The best thing that you can do for yourself and for your family is to utilize the services that are being offered to you. Secure a job as soon as possible and save your remaining time for a rainy day, because you will never know what crisis may arise in the future that may require you to rely on TANF to pull you through. You won't have the resources to tap into if you don't have any time left on your TANF clock. We are getting close to wrapping up. Let's take a moment to review some important key points from our discussions today. Remember your time limits. Exempt status does not mean exclusion. Working is always the best alternative. Choices program can help you achieve this case management and support services. Take advantage of a great opportunity by meeting your requirements with the Choices program. Volunteer if you're not required. Don't forget all the other services that the Workforce Center has to offer. You are important. Don't be afraid to take the steps necessary to succeed. Your family is worth it. Reach for the stars. Remember that you have choices. I know that after we have kids, it becomes easy to forget about the dreams that we once had, but it's not too late to remember some of those. It's possible to be a good parent and to strive for your dreams too. Your children will learn this from you and someday will strive for their own dreams. For more information regarding the Choices Orientation, Choices Program, or services provided by Workforce Solutions North Texas, please stop by our office located at 4309 Old Jacksboro Highway, Suite 300 in Wichita Falls, Texas, 76302, or you can contact us by telephone at 940-322-1801, option 2.